Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to take a look at Bepro and do some price analysis. We'll have a look at some key levels that we could use as an investment opportunity or a trading position, and then we'll have a look at some key areas of resistance and some take profit on the way up. I've not covered this project before, so it's going to be something new to the channel. So if you are new here, then please make sure that you are subscribed, smash that like button, and let's crack on. Firstly though, we will just start off by taking a look at Bitcoin as ever, because whatever Bitcoin is doing, usually the market's following in that same direction, unfortunately. So we have been range bound for a hell of a long time, since the 19th of May, and we've actually broke out of that range a couple of days ago, well 4 days ago, and we have had a rejection so far. I've got the Fibonacci tool on here, so this is the bottom of the move here from that 30k region up to that rejection of 42,600, and we have started to come down. I reckon this area here is a good area to target, 37,874. We are now trading above the moving average 50 on the daily time frame. So for me, I do not think that we're going to go below that again. I think that will now act as support for this next leg up over the course of the next 4 to 5 months. And I think that we're going to see some sustained growth. If we do drop below it, it will only be a wick, and I cannot foresee any closures below this now for a good period of time. If you're looking at that move on the way up from back on the October 14th, we've used this 50 as support all the way through. Use it as support here, no closure below it. The first time we got a closure below it was here, and that did signify that the market was going to drop to the downside, and that's what's happened. And then forever, pretty much since 13th of May, we've been trading underneath that moving average 50. But a breakout of this to me is a very bullish sign. But with still possibility to drop lower. I mean, if we do get a wick to the downside, there's always possibility of this 35k range, which is a mid-range, or that 618 on that fib at 34313. So there's some levels, but for me, I think all they would be a wick down to the downside before we then picked up that liquidity and did start to push on. But if you look at this moving average 50, there's a good chance that this is going to start climbing up now, and we use this as support on the way up. So all in all, I'm quite bullish on cryptocurrency now. It's been boring for the last few months, but you got to take it rough with a smooth, haven't you? And sometimes you can't hope that it's constantly going up. So if you manage to buy alts down here, and especially Bepro, which we'll have a look in a second, then I think it's a great investment long term. So overall, I'm bullish. We're back above that 50. Fingers crossed we can really start to get some growth going now. Right. We're going to look at Bepro. I just want to have a look at a few key stats. As I've not covered it on this channel before, I think I might have done a bit of PA on some of my live streams, but we've not done a video solely dedicated to it. So, 10 billion total supply, only 6.8 billion of those are in circulation. Looking at a price, it's just around 1 cent now, 2.8 cent down on today's trading. Looking at the, it is a ERC20 token, just the Block Explorer Etherscan, currently at 28 BTC. One main thing I'm interested in is the market cap. It is $74 million, which ranks as 368 out of all cryptocurrencies. So we've got some good stats there. Markets, we are trading on Qcoin, which is a chart we'll be looking at a second. Uniswap, Ascendex, which is the old Bitmax. So a few decent exchanges there. Qcoin is getting 75% of the entire market volume there against USDT. So that's what we're going to look at. We'll have a look at the Qcoin USDT chart, which is this one. And then we'll also have a look at the BTC chart too, because stacking sats does matter. Let's just start off on a weekly time frame. This one here. I just want to mark a couple of levels up. So that is the first region I can see as a nice level of resistance. I'm just going to mark it up. If you look at this candle here, and that candle there, and that candle there, we've got 3 candles within that area, which to me shows that is a level of resistance. So we'll have that up a nice red box, red for resistance, green for support. And if we have a look a little bit further down, so if you've got any support boxes, then you could say there's a support box around there. If you look at them 2 wicks, 1, 2, and then 3 wicks there. So to me, that is a nice level of support too. So support level, and then resistance level within this current trading area now. So dropping into the daily time frame, which is where I'm going to do pretty much most of the analysis. We have done a nasty dip to the downside. I mean, a lot of projects have done dips, but this was crazy. We dropped all the way down 95%. If you looked at projects and think, right, 95% down, you think that's a rug pull, but that's just what happened. I mean, a lot of people over the course of the last 6 months new to cryptocurrency have come in, bought assets for like VeChain, Bepro, other coins, which have all done massive 80 to 95% drops, and for no other reason than fear. And a lot of people sold their bags. We didn't quite actually go back down to these levels, which is a good sign. So all in all, we've bounced up nicely now, and I think if you did manage to buy some levels down here at 0.0029 cent, that could have been an absolute massive buy opportunity, because look how far we've bounced already. 422% bounce since that bottom, so that is a major move. If you're looking at the moving average 50, we are now trading above that, which is a bullish sign, because if you gain a look from this bottom here, we're trading above it that entire period till we did get that all-time highs. We then dropped down obviously, and we've been trading under ever since pretty much Bitcoin died, and that's been since the 16th of May. We've been trading under that, and now we broke out of it, so me, bullish sign there. What I want to do though is just look at this entire move though. In terms of Fibonacci levels, so the bottom variable was 20th of July, so you're talking 2 weeks ago, and we have rejected so far. If you're looking for buys, I would consider this area around here. As you can see, we've already got it marked up as an area of nice support, and that's on a weekly level, so it does show that as a nice confluence. So if you're looking for buys, I would target this bottom end here at 0.00935560. I think that is a good level for you to potentially place some orders. We've already dropped, and if we're looking for a further continuation of that drop, we've got around the top here, so you would have thought we'd come down, retest this support before pushing on and trying to get through that area. As you can see, resistance there and support here. Remember, if the market does continue to go down and Bitcoin, I don't know, drops down to 35k, there's always that possibility that it could come down and test this moving average 50 here. Let's just get rid of all them boxes because that's going to be mazy. If it did continue, let me just get rid of that one actually. Yeah, so if the price did continue to drop, monitor this moving average 50, which could be something like that. So you could potentially get some orders filled down at the 618 level. That's at 0.067. I'm more in favour of this holding up as support here now. So that is probably the best area in my opinion that I think you could pick up some Bepro at just under that 1 cent region. So that is your first level to buy. Also keep a couple of orders laddered down here, down to that 0.0067 level, just in case the market does turn a bit nasty and you manage to pick up some cheap Bepro. Obviously the first area to target is breaking through is here at 1.3 cent, and then we've got these Fibonacci extensions at 0.016 and 2 cent. They're the first two major levels on them extensions of that fib, so we'll mark them up with the horizontal line there, and we'll mark that level there. So they are your first two major resistance points once we do get out of this local chop, this local range area around here. So buys at 0.093, laddered down to 0.0067, and then obviously you got some resistance levels up there if you're looking to take profit on the way up, but still class as a low cap, isn't it? It's under $100 million, and once it does start getting back up to these regions here, I think then turn that to support and you will go on and start targeting them all-time highs, which has been up at 0.047, so just under 5 cent the all-time high, which more than likely, if a project is still fundamentally sound and people are still buying them, inevitably, once this bull cycle does start to continue, the price is going to start to fly. So that's that pair covered, just some buys and sell zones. And I will just look at the BTC pair as well before we wrap this video up. Same scenario here, it has managed to get above that moving average 50, but let's just have a look at a couple of buy zones. If the market does drop to the downside, I think as well, if you watch these videos and you hear me banging about this all the time, if Bitcoin starts to climb up to 45, 50k and alts stay the same, ultimately that's going to take it out on the BTC pairings. This Bitcoin dominance chart will rise, Satoshis will start to feel the pain. So if Bepro BTC then just start to drop and you're looking for some buy levels, I would target around here at 1,832 Satoshis. I'd wait out if you're looking to trade in BTC. I'd still wait out a little bit just in case Bitcoin does go on that major move to the upside. But for long term, I think you're laughing. I think if you manage to pick any orders up here, anywhere from 2,429 all the way down to this region here, I think that is a nice area for you to pick up some orders of Bepro in Satoshis down there. In terms of all-time highs, we have been up to 8,000 Satoshis. That's nothing yet. We've got a long way to go. Ignore that first wick. Whenever you see a wick like that, it's always the listing wick. Yeah, that definitely didn't happen. Yeah, so just a couple of buy zones there. I mean, you can look at take profits at 4,000 sats if you want, but for me, nothing too much to worry about there. Just one key point to note on the USDT pair. Money flow has now turned green. If you're looking at that and you're thinking, what's that? That is the amount of positive money that's in the market. We have been red for a while throughout the entire dip. We've now got that tick to the upside. So all in all, long-term growth is on the cards. So that's going to do it for today's video. Just a couple of things. If you are new to this channel, then please make sure that you are subscribed. Also, have a look at my Telegram group. You'll find that link in the pinned comment in the description. It's just a general crypto group for chatting, asking me questions. We've got a few decent admins in there. Steve asked for this video, so cheers for that, Steve. A new project on the channel. Might cover it again if we get a few more requests. So, yep, that's going to do it for today's video. I will catch you later on for another video.